This is Georgia, and today's video blog post, I thought it would be interesting given the fact that it's Black Friday, is what you can do in the next month to really increase your holiday sales using social media. So I'm just going to give you a couple of examples and show you how you can rock out your fan page, how you can use Twitter to really promote some things out. So the first thing that I want to make sure that everybody considers is, before you start, it really is just all about the tools and what you can do to use them. But more importantly, you really have to understand not only what your competition is doing, but define your objective. What are you trying to achieve here? Are you trying to increase more sales? Are you trying to sell a particular product? Are you trying to get new customers? And you want to define that. And then what you want to do is set some measurable goals so that you could say, okay, I'm going to increase my customer base by incremental 10% over last year, or I'm going to sell X percentage more, whatever. But set measurements so that you can really look at what your objectives are, what you've done, and did you achieve them. And then once you've done that, think about the type of campaign that you can run. So let's take a look at some things that you can brainstorm about. First of all, don't think that you have to go at this alone. You have some potential hair salons or restaurants. An example here, I put in here a local riding stable. My sister actually owns one, and so she partnered with a photographer to come in and basically take pictures of her students with their horses, so that the parents could use that to get them various Christmas gifts, photographic Christmas gifts, believe it or not, like calendars the kids love, little note cards, all kinds of things. It benefited her because she was able to offer up something wonderful to her students, and it benefited the photographer because he was able to get a really beautiful location and have pretty much clientele right there waiting and ready. Don't forget your Chamber of Commerce. They're running Christmas parties. What if you went in there and you offered up to do profile pictures at the Christmas party so people could actually have some nice profile pictures that they could use on their social media platforms. Wonderful, wonderful way to really, get out there in front of your community. And, you have your business card, maybe a nice little QR code on it, and pass the word around. And let's not forget our senior friends in retirement and care centers. So don't think that you have to go alone on this. Think of some creative ways you can partner with some local businesses. You could also, and in fact I just wrote a blog post this week about charities and what you can do there. So think about how you could also come up with some sort of charitable campaign. Take a look at that blog post. It went out, I think, Tuesday of this past week, and that'll give you some good ideas and places that you can go to. It's not too late if you get this to today, which will be Friday, but tomorrow American Express is actually having a Small Business Saturday, and I'm going to give you a link here, but might be something you might want to check out, and I'm sure they'll do it next year if you miss this year. But it's a great thing that American Express is doing to promote out local businesses, and what they're basically saying is if a customer uses their American Express card, they will actually get $25 back on their card to use to shop a small business. So if it's not too late, it might be. Check this out. I did make a post about this, actually just a wall post about this a couple of weeks ago, but it's called Small Business Saturday, and you can go right to their fan page. You'll see that at the top, and it'll give you all the deals about, or all the details about it. So what you need to do is plan the work and work the plan. So here's an idea, for some of you, is to come up with maybe a sample promotion, 12 days of Christmas. And my objective here would be to upsell current customers and also increase the reach to new customers. The tools that I'm going to use are Facebook ads, Twitter, video. I could use mobile QR codes, text messaging. I could even go into Foursquare or some of the other check-in sites, but obviously my blog and email as well. But let's just spend on this post today going through some things you could do with Facebook. And I'll draw your attention over to the left. Now, first thing you're going to see is that I have a unique profile picture here. Again, for those of you, I've covered this a number of times, but that profile picture can be 180 pixels wide by 540 pixels long. Got a little graphic up there saying we're celebrating the 12 days of Christmas with 12 fabulous specials and sales and when it starts. So now what you can do is during that time is actually change up the profile pictures. One thing about photographers are you guys are just so creative with Photoshop. This should be an absolute breeze for you to do. And so what you want to do is you want to make sure that you do change them up and modify them so that each day you can say, okay, on day 6 we're going to be highlighting that, in the case of this one, 15% off photo jewelry. Day 8 we're going to offer up some garden accessories. And you can get very, very creative here. The next thing you want to do is you want to create a Fangate page. So you want to get the people to like your page. And here it's telling you it's the 12 days of Christmas. Step 1, you want to like the page. And step 2, you're going to get free access for top 10 gifts for the hard to buy people in your life. And the next thing that would come up after that Fangate, after they've actually click that button, is this particular graphic. And actually each of these can be automated so that it'll actually link back to your website where you can actually show various samples of different gifts. This actually was done with a tool called doubleyourlikes.com. I think I paid $47 for it. One-time fee. You can run create as many Fangate pages as you want. Very, very easy tool to do. So, a number of things you need to think about is a Fangate page that's themed, and then you want to make sure that you link them back to your website or blog. And then also you have this as material for your tweets and blog posts. Now, up at the top, don't forget those 5 photo tabs. They are sales tools. They can be used for a call to action. And each photo has a link and a description that can go directly to an e-commerce page. So that when they click on those pictures, here's the ones of H&H at the top, if they click on that, takes them to Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter. But imagine doing this where you could actually have day 7, and if they clicked on that, they could see a bigger picture. They would have a link back to the website. Don't forget to use them. Very, very important. With Facebook, we don't have much real estate that we can, kind of rock out. So I encourage you all to take advantage of that. I believe I did a video blog post a few months back on how to actually create those. Now, what you want to also do is make sure you use your wall to introduce photo gifting merchandise for the holidays. You want to link that back to your e-commerce page. If you do have the ability, in the case of many of you, maybe they can't actually buy the product, or maybe you do have it set up where you have a link to the photos that you've taken, and if you do, make sure you link back to that. Or you can use a third-party app. If, let's say, for instance, you do have other products that you do sell that aren't as customized, you can use a tool like tabjuice.com. It's a free service and allows you to actually have a shopping page. I've seen a couple of photographers from the H&H family who sell some of their prints right on Facebook. So if you have some great photos or some great prints or whatever, what the heck, take advantage of that as well. And make sure that you post some holiday tips on your wall. And I really encourage everybody that you want to do this at least 2 times a day. Best times for me is 9 o'clock in the morning and about 6 o'clock at night. But if you go into your insights, it'll give you an idea of when you're seeing the most traffic. And don't forget about Facebook ads. It's a great way to, really drive some exposure. They can be extremely targeted. You can set a daily budget. Say you don't want to exceed any more than $20 a day for 5 days. But it's a great way. You can even have it so targeted in terms of the type of audience you're going after, whether it's moms or people that have certain likes. I mean, it's just terrific. By zip code, so you can really narrow in on that radius. And what we're finding is that in blind tests, the number of likes was 50% higher if when people clicked on that ad, they went to a Fangate page rather than directly back to the Facebook wall. Now, again, make sure you always use your blog. You could put a countdown clock, the kickoff of the 12 days of Christmas. You could use banner ads. And, don't forget to write some great blog entries. I encourage all of you to do these at least twice a week. I know sometimes that's overwhelming. They don't have to be long. You can find other articles, but, even just Christmas tidbits or how to take better pictures at Christmas or whatever, just really make a point of utilizing your blog as much as possible. So I hope this is a quick little helpful hint for you. Just give you some ideas. As always, you can connect to me via Twitter at Mama Gigi, Facebook at Georgia L. McCabe. I shouldn't say Georgia McCabe. I have my WordPress site, my G+, but of course always on the H&H blog or Facebook page. Monitor that daily and love to connect with you folks. So I hope this was helpful and hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving and get ready for a busy Christmas season.